The reason why it is very important to focus on high levels of overeducation in particular countries, in particular in the south of Europe, is because what we tend to observe is that individuals who are overeducated are genuinely working in jobs which are low-skilled jobs. So sometimes researchers argue that you shouldn't really worry about overeducation because this is usually something that affects young people. Young people who finish their school, they enter into the labor market, and as I explained previously, it can take time for them to find their pathway. It can take time for them to search for a good job, a job that matches their qualifications and their skills. However, recent data that we have collected as part of the European Skills and Job Survey, which was a survey that Cedefop carried out in all European member states, has enabled us to see whether or not the job that overeducated workers do is really a low-skilled job, and if it's a job which is very likely to compromise their potential to continually learn. So as you can see in slide number 17, individuals who are tertiary education graduates, who have finished a high-level education, but who end up working in a lower-skilled, lower-level job, so they are overeducated workers. Their jobs will tend to be quite similar to the jobs of individuals who have only finished an upper secondary level education, and they have managed to find themselves into a well-matched job. This contrasts to the jobs of tertiary education graduates, the classmates of the individuals who also finished from university, but who nevertheless managed to find a well-matched job. So you can see that overeducation can be genuinely a problem, because when overeducated workers are in these low-skilled jobs, they will be more likely to undertake routine tasks, and they will be less likely to continually learn. And if this is the case, then this will compromise also their future possibilities to move to a different job and to find a way to have a good career progression. As a final comment with regards to the issue of measuring skill mismatch, the European Skills and Job Survey data that we collected also made it quite clear to us that individuals, researchers and policymakers should really take into account that skill mismatch is a dynamic process. In other words, measuring skill mismatch as a snapshot, measuring it one point in time, may give you a misleading impression of what is really happening in the labor market. For instance, when we measured the level of skill mismatch in European labor markets, we asked individuals, how well were your skills matched to what your job needed when you entered into your job? Around 27% of workers said that they entered into their job with higher skills than what was needed. 50% said that their skills were matched, and 22% said that their skills were lower than what was needed, and they needed to continually develop their skills. But then we also asked individuals, at the time that they were surveyed, how do you feel that your skills are now matched to your job? And you can see that the percentage of people who felt that their skills are higher than what their job needs has increased to 39%, and the percentage of people who felt that their skills were lower has decreased to 5%. So this enables us to understand that skill mismatch at a given point in time is very likely to change, and it changes depending on whether or not people are in jobs which help them to continually develop their skills, or if they are in jobs where over time people feel increasingly dissatisfied because the job does not enable them to continually learn and it does not challenge them enough to undertake interesting autonomous tasks.